Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 2024 Town Council meeting. Should have done that first. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. We finally got a nice warm day. I'm looking forward to many more. Many more. Okay. Let's start with the receipt of the February 2024 Treasurer's Report, please.
I'll make a motion. We received the February 2024 Treasurer's Report.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And also, if we could look at the March 2024 check register, please.
I'll make a motion. We received the March 2024 check register.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that carries as well. I'm going to move on to the mayor's report. The first thing I'm going to do is, Corinne, if you want to come up, you'll get sworn in for the Manchester Parks Foundation, and then you're welcome to stay, or it's up to you. Yeah, we'll just come over here. That's fine. Okay. So,
Okay.
I
Corinne Watson,
do affirm that you will support the Constitution of the United States and that you will be faithful and will bear the true allegiance to the state of Maryland and will support the Constitution and laws thereof, and that you will, to the best of your skill and judgment, diligently and faithfully, without partiality or prejudice, execute the office of Manchester Parks Foundation Board Member according to the Constitution and laws of the state.
I do.
Thank you.
you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Will you give this to Kelly?
Sure.
Please? Thank you. Okay. Okay, so a couple things. The yard waste pickup on Wednesdays starting April 17th through December 18th. Keep in mind about the yard waste, the clippings, leaves, small branches cannot be in excess of 3 feet or 4 inch in diameters. They must be bundled in armful loads. Yard waste should not be mixed with mulch, dirt, any other refuse, or any kind of pet waste. Place it curbside on Tuesday evening for Wednesday morning pickup. Sometimes they come kind of early. All yard waste must be placed in a large craft bag or in a container to be dumped. No plastic bags, please, or they won't take them. Bulk trash pickup is April 17th. You must call Hughes first. And they're very good about it. If you just give them a call, they'll let you know. If you tell them what it is, that they'll pick it up and you have it out there ready for them. Brush pickup is April 18th. Remember that your pile can't exceed 4 feet in height, 4 feet in width, and 8 feet in length. Each property will receive one pickup, and the town's staff collects the material twice a year, other than this one pickup. Hydrant flushing April 9th. Well, today and tomorrow, starting at 9 p.m. So if you do see brown water, just give it a little bit of time to run, because that happens obviously after they flush the hydrants. Water bills are due April 30th. We recently had residents pay through third-party websites not affiliated with the town of Manchester, and the town of Manchester only accepts the following forms of payments: cash, check, credit card, or money order at the town office, or pay online through the town's website. The town does not authorize any other website to accept payments. If there is, it's not us, and somebody's doing something there, so please don't do that. The Charlotte B. Collette Memorial Scholarship is due May 1st, so if anyone has anyone that wants to write for a scholarship, don't forget to pick up an application at the guidance office or at town hall. It has a lot to do with volunteer hours. If somebody has done a lot of volunteering, there's a scholarship for that. So something that you might want to be, if you know someone that would be interested in that. I will go ahead and do the police report since the chief is not here tonight, and touch base on that. So 2024 year-to-date stats: 35 persons, this is for the Manchester Police, 35 persons criminally charged, 1 Part 1 crime, 812 traffic stops. The Overdays update is the county's year-to-date total is 45 versus 103 in 2023, so there's been a 56% decrease, which is really good news. Overdose fatalities year-to-date is 7 versus 12 in 2023, and that was a 49% decrease. So the towns, how they account are: Manchester has 0, which is, I'm really happy to say. Hampstead has 2, Sykesville has 0, Tawnytown has 5, Mount Airy has 1, Westminster 12, New Windsor 1, and Union Bridge 1. So in March, the police handled 318 calls for service requests and assignments. 20 of their calls were incidents outside of the town of Manchester assisting other agencies. They investigated and cleared one Part 1 crime for theft resulting in one person being criminally charged. It was an isolated assault resulting in 2 being criminally charged. Also arrested 2 for possession and suspect of heroin and fentanyl. 7 were criminally charged during traffic enforcement, including 1 DWI, along with 244 other citations and warnings being issued. We had 0 traffic accidents in town. That's good news. And they just said if you need the police for any reason and they don't answer the phones because sometimes they're out on the street, don't hesitate. Just call 911 and they'll get a hold of them. They know, if you don't need immediate service, you can leave a message at the 239-6900. But if you do, please call 911 and don't leave a message because they may not be back for an hour. The incident at St. Bartholomew's Church update regarding the smash and grab thefts on February 17th. One of the suspects involved has been identified. They're working with the other police agencies investigating similar incidences, so they believe it's not just here, it's a huge group that are doing it. So they're working on getting that taken care of. I think everything went well with the Easter egg hunt from what I understand. I unfortunately wasn't here to be able to do that. But I heard it was a great turnout and I heard a lot of good things about that came back. Now that though it's getting warm and we're starting to enjoy the weather, certainly enjoy Christmas Tree Park. All I ask, or we ask, is that please take care of it like it was your own. Don't leave trash and everything else around. Just please treat it as if it was your own property. We want everyone to enjoy it, but we want everyone to be able to enjoy it, just not the people that are coming and leaving a mess. So I think that's all I have, and we will move on. Just give me 1 second here. Okay. Alex, would you like to do the town administrator report?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, Madam Mayor, Council. Good to see you. It's been a busy month since we last met. Madam Mayor, just to add to the park, the bathrooms are now open during regular hours. They have been refurbished. I think our staff did a great job. They look nice. So I look forward to everybody enjoying their use. Included in your packet this evening is the Public Works Director report for your review. So I'm very happy to say thanks to our residents' cooperation, tomorrow morning at 0700, all water restrictions will be removed. Yes, we've gotten a lot of help from Mother Nature, and that's really good, but we're also actually down in usage. So with that being said, we are going back to our standard level green, where folks can go ahead and pretty much do what they want, but we have to remind everyone that it is still wells. So don't think we can run around spraying water and getting crazy. Just be aware. But we are back to our previous levels and actually a little bit above. So very happy to report that. I would like to remind all the residents that we are still in the process of our DPW folks and our maintenance crews are making appointments to go out to each individual resident that need to be surveyed for the EPA lead and copper rule. Unfortunately, we had someone call 911 the other day saying one of our folks was trying to break into their house and they were putting a door hanger on to call to make an appointment. So I just want to remind, a friendly reminder to everyone that that's what we're doing. We do have to inspect the home. I know some people aren't keen on letting people come into their house, but we need to inspect the meter. That's required by federal law. We don't have a choice in the matter. So we just ask for cooperation. Starting tomorrow, Hillis and Carnes will be at the wastewater treatment plant taking bore samples as part of our ENR upgrade process. So some fun stuff finally from me. In your packet are the 3 choices of the way that Manchester, Maryland can be placed on the water tower here on York Street. We are slightly delayed in getting them started just because of the rainy weather we had. But hopefully by the end of the month, they'll have scaffolding set up and they'll be starting the process of getting our tower back in shape. So I just need your all's decision on how you would like that to look. It is going to be the same blue paint that we put on the Park Avenue tower, and we plan on having that in black across the side of the tower. So you like all cursive, block lettering, half and half. You got 3 choices. I know it's tough.
Half and half. Didn't we pick half and half?
But then he sent C along after.
Let me look at
Yeah,
that again.
I gave you A and B originally, and
Right.
then they came
I
back
forgot
with
about
C. Yes,
Where is it?
It's this one,
so it's really your choice.
A, B, C.
I vote for C.
C,
C is fine.
what do you like?
No, I actually like A as well.
I think,
Get a vote.
I think, yeah.
That's right, you don't get a vote.
I'm gonna have to be a tiebreaker.
I could go either way. It doesn't matter.
That's,
No,
I don't care.
we're not rigging this election.
I'm not me.
Yeah, B is out.
okay, so that's a start. We got B is out, that's great.
If you're not first, you're last. What, you wanna know what we're talking about? I'll show you. You wanna see?
Both in
Here,
cursive,
take a
it's kinda
vote.
like,
Let me show you, real fast. Let's get their input.
What did you-
Took your
what do
time
you
to
like?
come.
here you go.
Can I do this?
You got it?
Can I do this?
Yeah. Let them say.
We're paralyzed by a decision of block or cursive.
I'm not.
I noticed you came back like 3 minutes. Cursive, C.
Well, even on the email, I voted for
Right.
C. As soon as I saw C, I said, I like that.
Yeah.
Cursive is, top and bottom looks nice. In the big scheme of things, it doesn't really matter.
You're right, but it's just fun.
B is out. He said,
I don't even wanna say, I kinda like B the
C.
best, but that was a little bit,
C.
I like the blocks. All right, go for it.
Okay, there
All
you
right,
go. Democracy in action. You gotta love it.
cool. Cursive in third grade.
what do you like?
Does everybody agree?
All right, well, that was
You can
easy.
officially say you had a vote on this water tower.
So when people complain,
That
we
may
can
be
blame
why.
everybody.
Blame- I'm gonna get everybody's name before we leave. No, I'm just kidding.
Very good. All right, so
Everybody okay with that?
I will relate to the company tomorrow that we choose C.
People like to be
I
involved.
hope somebody who does this has good handwriting. I'd hate to see it be crooked. Just teasing, sorry.
Well, put that in the estimate. If we don't like the way it looks, it's gonna be redone.
Right, that's right. Okay, last night I attended the Charlotte's Quest Nature Center monthly meeting. The two big things that came out of that, they are working on several projects to change some of the areas that are currently mowed into meadows. Evidently, that is a new ecologically friendly way, so you're not mowing grass. You're allowing small flowers and meadows to take over the natural piece. So they're working on that with more to come. And now the group has decided every monthly meeting will be in person at 7 PM at the Nature Center. And they are always looking for volunteers. In your packet is just a brief show of volunteer hours at the Manchester Historical Center. The folks there do a great job, and they're putting in, some good hours. So I'm happy to report that. Just as a note, in our FY25 budget, we hope to replace a computer, and we're looking at replacing some of the windows that have lasted their time and need to be changed out. I'm sorry? Yes, thank you, Kelly. They're also looking for volunteers to help with the center. Item 8 are the 5 action items I have for you. It has been quite the month of breakdowns across the town. So the first thing I would like to bring to your attention is the memo for what is called the Headworks and Bar Screen. So at the current treatment plant, when sewage comes in, it's funneled into what we call the Headworks chamber. In that Headworks chamber, there's a screen, and there's actually, it's like a screw that takes the rags out. We had a power fluctuation due to lightning, and it all broke. So we have to replace that. The reason we've been delayed in replacing it, we got Smith and Lovelace to design a new Headworks or bar screen package that not only will work now, but then can be moved into when we do the ENR upgrade. So they had to come take measurements, they had to redesign it to make sure it fit into both spots. Because the new Headworks package is more of a complete plant that'll be set. So that's one thing we won't have to purchase as part of that. They'll just take this whole package out, move it up the hill to the new Headworks package, and put it in. Yes, that's it. Yep. So with that, There, the costs are in front of you. The total cost is $152,518. This will take pretty much close to 9 months to manufacture and bring in. So with that,
This is
I-
ARPA money,
I'm sorry?
ARPA money?
Yes, ma'am. I was just about to say,
Sorry.
that's been approved within our ARPA budget as part of the sewer allotment. So I request that the mayor and council approve the Headworks bar screen replacement project with the company. Smith and Lovelace will manufacture it. Freemeyer and Associates will do all the installation and work. Now, this is a little high in case they run into some problems, putting it into the old Headworks that they'll have an extra day we budgeted for to do the work. If they get it all done in the allotted time that they believe, then the extra $1,350 goes away. So with that, as I said, I ask that you approve a motion to award the Headworks bar screen replacement project to Freemeyer and Associates in the amount of $152,518, and this will be taken out of our sewer ARPA funds.
So a clarification, in moving it to the new system, which we are currently in the design process for,
Mhm.
how do we know that it will work? Like, how do we know for sure, is this a separate part from what's being built?
Fits in the new system.
Yeah, how do we know for sure it'll
So
fit into the new system?
Smith and Lovelace makes this Headworks chamber that we've spec'd into the new design.
Okay, it's
so-
into the design of what we're
right,
having,
that's
so
why-
we'd be getting it anyway in the future?
Correct.
And they're
Okay.
guaranteeing that it's gonna work?
Correct.
Right, okay.
And we've also achieved the Buy America, Build America requirement with this. So that also took a little bit of time to make sure we did that. MDE has required us as part of the ENR project, anything we do or add into this or build with their money or our money, it has to meet the Buy America, Build America program. They keep saying Baba and I keep looking for a sheet, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying it
Everything
out
has
all the
a
way.
acronym.
Yeah, so that's gotta meet that,
And you said it's 9 months to get it?
correct.
What do we do in the 9 months with the other piece now?
We're working through
Okay,
it.
just curious.
Doing the best we can with what we have.
What do we have, what will we have in place to prevent a power surge type thing? Or is it possible to prevent the same damage to happen to the new thing? Like, I mean,
So,
obviously,
no,
a surge
we-
protector is not an
Yeah,
option, but,
I can't guarantee we don't have a surge protector as you would think, or a GFI socket that it plugs into. If the plant experiences a surge.
it could
we're
happen
just gonna-
again.
Yeah. Yep. That's just part of the business. And hopefully as we get the new plant and all that's redone, all that electrical circuitry, that's all built in. But we haven't seen specific electrical design.
Well, if anybody doesn't have any more questions, I'm gonna ask for a motion.
I'll make a motion, we award the Headworks bar screening replacement project to Freemeyer and Associates in the amount of $152,518.
I'll second the motion.
In relationship to Smith and Lovelace.
Yeah, they have to be in there too, right, in the motion? Both names, or at least Smith and
Well, no,
Lovelace.
you can award it to Freemeyer. Smith and Lovelace is the manufacturer of the
Okay,
product. They're
okay,
not the
all right.
installer.
In the amount of $152,518, using ARPA money.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. Just reading what they had.
I'll still second it.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item B on your list is the sewer line camera and repair. So what we've done is we're continuing to try to reduce our I&I infiltrate, so we're not getting water seeping into the sewer system. What you have in front of you is 3 requests to camera and line repair, Water Street and Christmas Tree Lane. As part of we were going to look at that project before as a part of a previous I&I. It just never moved forward. We want to get that done to, again, continue in the older part of town to reduce the amount of outside water that's going into the sewer system. So after putting the bid spec out, getting back bids, you see we got 2 bids back with 1 no response. And the DPW would like to request that we award this contract to Humphrey and Son in the amount of $81,000. And again, this will also be funded out of the sewer portion of our ARPA money. Just as a thought, I know, Councilwoman Miller, you asked, when I first started as town administrator, did we have an idea of what I&I does? The projects that Steve did, we kind of figured that we were looking at what we called a 10% increase in capacity that
Okay.
we gained from those projects. So as we
Excellent.
continue to do this, we gain back more capacity in the current plant, which is actually good.
Anybody have any other questions? If not, can we make a motion? I think they're still reading.
I'll make a motion that we award the sewer line camera and repair to Humphrey and Son for $81,000.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Thank you. Item C on your list is the North Sewer Lift Station retrofit. So what you have in front of you is a group of different bids from the contractors. We are going to take our north lift station as the final station from the north end of town that takes all the collected raw sewage and pushes it towards the sewage treatment plant. This is reaching past its age, and we want to do since we have the amount of ARPA money we do, we want to retrofit that station, which means we're not using any different equipment. That's why we stayed with Smith and Lovelace and and Freemeyer and Associates, because all we're going to do is take the old equipment out, put the new equipment in. We're not changing anything. It's just going to be upgraded equipment to give us another 20 years of service as the town continues to grow and we see more folks come on the sewer system. Legacy Septic has to stand by during the retrofit time to pump out the wet well because it won't be functioning. So sewage will still be coming in from gravity and they'll have to take it and dump it. Microtech Designs is the group that's going to do the electronic work in there and compute and put all that together. And of course, there's a miscellaneous parts. If there's anything we need a seal or a lift or other kind of thing, we have that taken care of. And our SCADA system is also what Microtech does is that's our alert system. So if that pump station fails, our guys on call get what they call a high-level warning. When the pump is not pumping the sewage out of the wet well into the system to go back to the plant, we get a wet well alarm. So they'll have to come and reset that and make sure that that's working and test all that out as well. So that package is a total of $167,207. As you see in the background, the station has been in its current format since 1991. So I think we got some good usage out of it, and I think it's in our best interest to keep our sewage system fine-tuned, and we go ahead and replace this. So with that, we're requesting that we award a contract to Smith and Lovelace, or we can say, I think Freemeyer and Associates, for the total of $167,207 for the North Lift Station retrofit.
Is Legacy expecting to be here for 2 days? Because their statement has 1 day on it.
No, we're hoping that gets done. We set for 1 8-hour period. The extra time in there for 2,000 would be if they would have to stay longer. So we have it covered. Again, I know we
second
seem like
day
a
if
little bit
needed.
over, but in case we run into a problem, we have it covered.
And where would this funding come from?
ARPA.
Figuring out about that ARPA now, aren't we? Phew. Thank goodness.
Well, you know, I mean, and Madam Mayor, this is exactly what is helping our community, is that these funds are upgrading and keeping those systems we don't see all the time, you know, up and running, so we don't have anything running down the street.
Fortunate we were able to get this funding
Yes, we were very
to
fortunate.
help us out a lot. It's been a big help. We would be figuring out where this money came from, and it's a lot, been a lot, so. Does the current one also have an alarm on it, or no?
Yes, they all do.
Okay, still the same, okay. Anybody have any other questions? Motion, please?
And I'll make a motion, we go with the staff recommendation for the retrofit to the North Lift Station with Smith and Loveless for $152,507, Freemeyer and Associates for $2,700, Legacy Septic for $2,000, Microtech Designs for $5,000, and miscellaneous parts for $5,000, for a total cost of $167,207 from our ARPA funding.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one carries also.
Thank you. Item D, so this just occurred not too long ago. So their float valve, out at the spray fields, there's a piece called a float valve. When we're not discharging into the stream by the plant, it ends up during most of those other 9 months, it goes out to the farm. So it goes out into the holding pond lagoon, and then it goes, from there, it goes into a final treatment tank. So this float valve replacement keeps that treatment tank from overflowing. So it checks that when it gets to a certain line or a certain point, and then it opens back up when that tank, and it's sprayed out in that tank, so it helps treat the final fluids that go out into the spray field. That pump has failed. We piggybacked on the county's contract with Mid-Atlantic Utilities, and we are requesting, we say this is an emergency repair because we have to, ensure that the spray field works continuous, and we have to be on site at all times. We have an employee there to make sure that that tank doesn't overflow. So as it goes from the lagoon through the broken valve into the tank and then out and sprays out into the field, we have to make sure that that tank doesn't overflow, so we're not spraying during the evening at all. So anyway, we need to get that done. We went through the county. Mid-Atlantic is their contractor of choice for these kind of repairs. So we are requesting that the mayor and council approve the purchase and installation of a float valve replacement in the cost of $34,550, and that will also come out of ARPA money as well.
I assume on this, with us piggybacking on the county, it helps us price-wise a
Correct.
good bit? Okay.
I'm just curious, what makes the float valve so expensive?
Don't know. I wish I could tell you.
Will this be something we can transfer into our new plant, or will this be a
No, this is-
remaining part that we stay, that will
This
not?
is out at the farm.
At the farm,
spray-
okay.
Yeah, so this is out at the farm.
It's at that location, okay,
Yep.
perfect.
I know there's so many different areas and trying to figure out where everything goes, and gets confusing sometimes. Any questions? Can we have a motion for this, please?
I'll make a motion that with regard to the float valve replacement, we award the project to Mid-Atlantic Utilities for a total cost of $34,550.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so this passes for the float valve as well.
Thank you. And finally, appreciate your patience. So we did the sidewalks here at the park, and we got those completed well under budget. So after consulting with Kelly, and we talk about how we could trim out of the FY25 budget, there was a request by the Nature Center to replace their broken tractor. The staff felt it was in our best interest to give them one of the current maintenance tractors because they don't use it as hard as our maintenance staff does, and they don't mow as much, and that we purchase a new one for the park staff. So with the leftover money in the sidewalk portion, we are requesting to purchase a new mower from Wertz Equipment. The total cost is $16,500. They're going to give us $1,000 for the current mower that is broken and is sitting at Wertz for a trade-in for a total cost of $15,500. So we're requesting that you approve this purchase, and the funds will come out as what's remaining out of the FY '24 Park Sidewalk Fund, and then this was removed out of the FY '25 budget.
Okay, so question, just so I understand, the old mower that Nature Center had doesn't run at all, correct?
Correct,
So that's the one we're trading in for $1,000.
correct,
The old mower that we had, we're gonna give to Nature Center for them to be able to mow their grass,
correct,
do their stuff, and then we're purchasing a new one for us to have here,
correct,
and not coming out of our budget this year.
correct. It's not in the FY
Right,
'25,
next
we're
new
using.
budget,
Right.
yes, so that
Mhm.
freed us up some money, okay.
Yes.
And how did we come in so far under on the
Yeah,
sidewalks?
that was my question.
We had, go ahead, Kelly.
So we had monies from last year that we bought over because we didn't spend, so we added to the pot that was already in there, to like 50,000, and we were able to get the sidewalks for just
28,
30,
yeah.
So we encumbered money from the year before that? Okay. Okay, that was a lot of money just to show up, and us not know where it came from, so.
Yeah, Ferris.
I'd like to know where that came from, that's just
That
curious.
money tree out.
It's-
Plant one at my house too. Please. Put that in the budget for next year, money tree.
Money tree, sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Councilman.
I'm just looking at the mower.
Oh, okay.
Ferris 60-inch. Okay.
You like that? Is that a good?
Yeah, that's,
Sorry, I gave up mowing for Lent, so.
well, they can't go, I know it's kind of bumpy out in Christmas Tree Park. They gotta, when they go over that, they can't, the Ferris is probably one of the fastest mowers out there. In
I
terms
figured
of
this
how
was
fast it
a
can go.
race car mower at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
We're gonna put a governor on that.
yeah.
They won't be going over 5 miles an
Yeah.
hour.
Do I need
All
a
carbon
helmet roll?
fiber.
What?
Do I need a full face helmet roll?
6-point
Can that come with a
harness
trade-in?
I'm sorry.
Can they come with a trade-in, like a helmet?
Yeah. We're-
They just can't get flames on the side of the helmet.
Right, no. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Could we have a motion for the commercial zero-turn mower, please?
I'll make a motion that we receive the following proposal from Wertz Equipment to purchase a new mower at the total cost of $16,500 with the trade-in value of the old mower, old mower of $1,000.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries for the new mower. It's like
Thank you.
down there, isn't
Yeah.
it? When they-
Thank you
ever
all
been?
very much. That's quite a heavy lift.
Fly.
Nice mower.
My final part to my section is P and Z will meet on March 19th at 7 PM.
March?
And, did I say, I'm sorry. April, thank you. Boy. And the zoning administrator did not add a report. She has nothing new to report.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're gonna do the introduction of ordinance number 259, maintaining the current tax rate of .216, I'm happy to say. So that'll be introduced tonight. Any questions? We don't really have to do anything on that till next time, okay. Any comments or questions from anybody in the community? I don't think anybody signed up, but Corinne, and we already took care of her. Anybody have anything?
Can you remind them that there will be a public hearing of the budget?
Yes. The FY '25 budget work session is on Wednesday, April 24th at 7 PM. There will be a public hearing before the next meeting in May for the ordinance maintaining the tax, rate and just to number 259. So that'll be happening next time. And then today, right after the meeting, we're gonna have a budget meeting, so we'll be hanging around for a little bit. And Ms. Doxson is not here this week, so please tell her we hope she feels better. She she had knee surgery. Knee replacement, so maybe we'll see her next month. I don't want to use the word forced. She instructed him that he'll be here tonight. So he's standing in for her. So I'm sure, hopefully she's watching at home. So I think we're okay on everything else, and let's go on to the committees. So, Councilman Azari?
Just a great job, Manchester, town of Manchester communicating everything that's needed, brush pickup. And so that's communication. It seems like a lot of people have really just been checking up and doing what they need to do with that. So communication overall is great, and that helps everybody get along better. So Also, I think the general session for Maryland is about over, and the May primary is coming up. If you have any information, it's right here, I just looked it up, like, go to Carroll County Board of Elections, like, for example, there's no Board of Education upcoming May primary because there's only 4 candidates, things of that nature. And also in Maryland, you must be registered with either the Republican Party to vote the Republican ballot, or you must be registered with the Democratic Party to vote the Democratic ballot in the primary. So just little things of that, check that out, Carroll County Board of Elections before, it's May 14th.
And early voting starts May 2nd.
Okay, yep, so there's a little bit of time there too, and
Okay.
I guess, yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Alex covered Parks and Recs because Councilwoman Howe's not here. So Councilwoman Miller?
Nothing to report at this time. If you haven't done the application for the scholarship, please make sure you do it by May 1st.
You'll be reviewing.
We'll be reviewing them.
Okay. Councilwoman Pacelli?
Yes, the Business Alliance has a special fundraising event on April 17th from noon to 9 p.m. at Greenmount Station, where 15% of every sale goes to the North Carroll Business Alliance, and their next meeting is on April 18th at noon. I believe it's Spargo's.
Excuse me, what time was the April 17th?
Noon to 9.
12 to 9.
So 15% of all sales go to the North Carroll Business Alliance on that day.
Okay. Thank you. Councilman Cuneo?
As Alex mentioned, we did not have a meeting at P and Z in March. Our next meeting is next Tuesday, April 16th, and I believe we have a full docket, but nothing to report otherwise.
Thank you. Megan?
So the Maverick Theater will be presenting the senior-directed 1X on April 19th, 20th, 26th, and 27th. It's going to be at 7, all those dates. There will be 4 acts that you can watch, and tickets are $5 for students and seniors and $8 for any adults that wish to go and see it. Varsity and JV boys lacrosse teams both beat Liberty. And then this week is packed with different sports games. Wednesday, there's a track and field varsity meet. Varsity and JV baseball and softball games, and a tennis match. Thursday is all girls lacrosse, and Friday there's track and field, tennis, baseball, softball, and boys lacrosse, and then Saturday is JV baseball, and anyone who's interested in attending any of those games can purchase tickets online. That's about it.
Thank you. Can I see your paper? I just want you to know, everyone here would be super impressed. I don't know if you can see this. First off, we probably couldn't see it because of our age, but you see her writing? And she goes right through that. I'm like, I was trying to even look at it. I couldn't even see it. That's very good. Very nice writing, and boy, she really covers it. So thank you all. We're going to adjourn, and then we're going to head on into our budget session. Thank you. Have a good night.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion
I'll
to adjourn.
second
All in favor?
All in
Aye.
favor?